Hey, what's up? It's Joey Little, your social little man, here on the Facebook Lives back in Kansas City. If you're watching these in chronological order, you'll see that I will be bouncing around the country a little bit and trying to do these Facebook Lives and the podcast wherever I go. It's no excuse for me that if I'm on the road with the way that technology is today and how easy things are to do things, not like the old days we had to take a reel to reel somewhere, but right now it's it's easy. So, and it's no excuse for me, and it should be no excuse for you to not do content wherever you are. I mean, we've got these little computers. And good morning, Lizelle. Everybody coming in, the usual suspects will be coming in. And what we'll be talking about today is actual content. What type of content you're used to, what type of content you want to do, what type of content you're not doing, what's holding you back. We're going to talk about that kind of content today and how they can help. I got a few people that make me send them a message, let them know that I'm live because they don't have them set up to. You should be setting up so you can see these lives So, hey, Joey, ready for that knowledge drop? Kenneth says, here's the problem. We're going to get into content. What we're going to talk about today is mostly content when it comes to Facebook because that is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It doesn't help out your SEO that much, too much, but it does help because Facebook is becoming a platform where people are doing research on your business, on you, et cetera, et cetera. So I do have a request for in the future to get into the privacy settings for Facebook. So somebody that wants to use Facebook for business for personal, but doesn't really want to get a lot of their personal stuff out, which I don't understand why. I don't know what you're doing that's so secret. Maybe it's your kids. I'll give you that. Kids is one thing. Maybe you don't want to put them out there. If you want to get more in a Gary Vaynerchuk kind of way where you're just putting out, professional stuff, the only personal stuff he puts out is about his jets. So Joe Biden memes are winning content right now. They are doing well. Herschel, we can have a meme counter. We can see what's happening. But content, what I don't see enough of online when it comes to content. I was just talking to somebody online. Thanks. You like this? By the way, Lizelle just came in. Those of you listening to the podcast can't see the Sriracha coffee cup that I have. The only reason I got this Sriracha coffee cup, it was on my Amazon wish list for my birthday. My mother got this for me because it is giant. It's a giant coffee cup. And the other giant coffee cup I had, it says BMF. If you've seen Pulp Fiction, then you know what that means. But if you're part of the listening to the podcast, you want to watch the Facebook Live, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube right now, sometime in the future, you can go, just add me, facebook.com/social little man. But I was talking to somebody this morning. She has this opportunity that she's going to, I believe, Los Angeles because she's a baker, and she is going to be on one of those television shows. I'm not sure which one it is. I haven't asked her yet. I've kind of reached out to her, gave her some, because I do travel quite a bit, and she had a lot of travel questions. She's not somebody who travels a lot. And I went back to look at her Facebook profile, her personal profile, and she is a sole business owner. She's the only employee there. But her Facebook really represents just her personal life. And I kind of going to have a talk with her. I'm going to have a sit down with her. I'm going to say, you have an amazing talent. You do really awesome things. I know she's involved in some of the bridal shows. My hometown at Topeka, Kansas. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never been to Topeka, by the way, hey, what's up? How you doing, Rochelle? If you've never been to Topeka, which you probably never will, if you've never been there, but it's known for two big things: gun shows and wedding shows. It's crazy. It's like one after another. 1 month it's a wedding showcase show, and the next month it's a gun show. That's my hometown. Welcome to the red state of Kansas. But anyway, the reason is she didn't have a whole lot of stuff that's on her Facebook profile that has to do with what she does for a living. She has a ton of stuff on there about being a mom, about being a sports fan, a lot of those, about, let's see here. I'm just kind of looking at it right now. Herschel, best part of Topeka, Bobo's Drive-In. I got a side note of that. When Bobo's Drive-In caught on fire back in the day, years ago, it was my family's construction company that redid Bobo's Drive-In. So if you've ever been to Topeka and been to Bobo's, there's a little piece of the little family history right there at Bobo's rebuilding that place. So what I'm saying, she needs more content when it comes to what she does for a living, because she is trying to reach the B2B, or I'm sorry, the B2C, the business to consumer, not the B2B like what I do, where a lot of you guys work for another business. Herschel says, God bless your family. We can get into a Topeka history. Now somebody's bringing up Perupskis. Hello, Heather. But we're going to focus more on your content. I think there is one piece of content for Facebook that is not being utilized, and a lot of you are watching it right now, which is Facebook Live. What I like so much about Facebook Live is not only, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give you, I've got it right here. I believe I do. It's somewhere in here. I have the process of what I do for a Facebook Live and how you can follow the exact same process to create content, not only for Facebook, but for Twitter, for Pinterest, for LinkedIn, and YouTube. So there's five mediums right there that you can do just from Facebook Live, using the content from Facebook Live to put out on the web across all these channels. And I'm going to break it down. And you know what? I might even put it, if I can find it, I might even put it in the bar at the top, or one in the comments, is the process of what I use. Here it is, Facebook Live process. We're going to go through it one by one. I don't think Facebook Live is being utilized as much as businesses and people that are selling or trying to sell goods and services of what they do online. I think that with a really good Facebook Live, now mine are kind of simplistic. Mine is this really attractive, bearded, chubby man sitting in front of a camera with a big old microphone with my sticker on it, right? But it's a lot more than that. So, oh, and I forgot one other one, which is a podcast that you can create just from these alone. Arnold Tiarena is on his way to Lexington, Kentucky. Lizelle is asking for one of the regulars for these Facebook Lives. He's where I'm going to be. I leave today. I got a 1 o'clock flight. And so this morning I thought I'd knock one of these out, because while I'm there, one of the other regulars that's in these Facebook Lives, Kenny Lindrum, is going to be, I'm going to get him, I'm going to set him down, and we're going to do a Facebook Live and record it. And I'm going to go through the process now of the content that you can use from a Facebook Live and how you can use a Facebook Live. So even if you get on there and just ask questions. So if you, let's just stay in the industry that I'm in. And remember, you can take this for other industries as well. Here we go. Brad's going to start us out with what he believes my process is. Step 1, Jimmy John's cup. Step 2, Joey Little sticker on the microphone. Step 3, auto alert shirt. Step 4, headphones. Step 5, go live. That's how we start them. No Jimmy John's today. It's been off Jimmy John's for a while. But here we go. When you set up the Facebook Live, just something that's going to capture the attention of anybody who wants to be part of a Facebook Live, something kind of witty, something that's going to be fun. Don't do any clickbait, but what you're going to discuss or what are you going to talk about. And don't get discouraged if the first time you do a Facebook Live, you've got 1 or 2 people and one of them's your mom, because that's how it started with me. Nobody cared. I feel very comfortable doing this Facebook Live because of my background in broadcasting, and plus the fact that I have this really unique way of not shutting up, that I can go on and on and on about a subject, and I can bring it in. And I love bringing you guys in too. That's why I love the Facebook Live, because you can interact with the people that are on there. Now, if you're a baker like my friend, then you can do Facebook Lives about how you create the different things that you do. People are peeking in my window right now. We have a bunch of new hires here at Auto Alert, so forgive my distraction there. Squirrel. You can do if you're out and about, if you especially if you sell cars. If you've got some time, you're walking the lot, you're kicking some tires, you're doing whatever, you're waiting for ups on the lot, do a walk around. Do a Facebook Live walk around and walk around a vehicle that you kind of, tickles your fancy, something you really have a lot of knowledge about, which you probably have a knowledge about all the new make models on your lot. But just do a walk around. Just do a fun walk around. You can get into the simplistics and you can get into the hardcore components of what it is. But do a walk around. Just do a walk around every once in a while. What other people love when it comes to Facebook Lives is behind the scenes. I've been encouraged so many times to do a behind the scenes here at Auto Alerts. Some of the teams that are here go down on our 4th floor where operations is. The thing is that once I get out of this room, I open up the store, I become more of an introvert. In here, I'm a little bit more, but I know I have to do that. And so more of those are going to be coming in the future. We did a background or a behind the scenes when it came to what we do when we film for our 99 Things You Need to Know About Social Media video series. And it went really well. We got a lot of views on that. Interviews also are big. Interviewed Bo Bachman when I was in Las Vegas. Bo Bachman, the president of Galpin Autosports, right? Remember Pimp My Ride? Remember that show with Exhibit, X to the Z? That was Bo's Galpin Autosports garage. Tons of things. If you go to a workshop, you're able to video. What's up, Jason? Another Kansas City man in the house. You go to a workshop, it's great. Lizelle says she likes to listen to interviews. Yeah, they're great. Getting an outside perspective. If you do a Facebook Live with maybe somebody, if you're at a car dealership, if there's somebody in your fixed ops department that you want to talk to, and just talk about the process, maybe with a service writer, how it goes at your dealership when somebody comes in. Do a little Facebook Live of where they're going to be hanging out for the 30 minutes to a couple hours of where and when they're getting service, et cetera, et cetera. You can even do a Facebook Live about what kind of coffee you pick and why it's there. Is it because of budget? Is it because that's what it's requested? I've been to so many dealerships across the country, coffee break right now, so delicious, where there's been so many different components of just the coffee machine alone. Not just saying Joey's saying is Facebook Live, we should be doing coffee breaks and we should watch out. No, this is just ideas. Brad has a great one, which is walkthrough of charities. That is superb. Supremely superb. It's awesome. To talk about why your passion is for a charity. Kenny, who will be on the Facebook Live later this week, who works in Bowling Green, Kentucky, what he likes to do, and I'd like to see him do it more, and the reason why we're not doing it is I think that most people just don't want to look stupid. It's a story that you're telling yourself in your head that if I do this, people are going to judge me and they're going to think I'm stupid, or they're going to think this is dumb, or they're going to, whatever the thing you have to tell yourself. Most people just don't care. Most people are entertained by it. If they have some time to watch a Facebook Live, they're going to watch it. So Kenny goes to local businesses when he gets coffee, gets lunch, or gets whatever it is, and he takes a picture of why he's there, hashtags it up, puts some, support local businessing. But what about a Facebook Live? Just take it on. Take a Facebook Live about, the local businesses that surround your dealership or your business. And really get involved. I was not putting down, but I use the casino that's north of my hometown a lot on some bad, marketing practices that I've seen from them in the past. I've never seen a Facebook Live of them doing the golf course. They have a golf course right across the street from the casino. And I've never seen the golf course before my entire life. I'd watch a Facebook Live. When I go back, maybe I want to play, 18. Right now, I just get pictures that I want. So let's talk about a process, and then we can get back into some of the content ideas when it comes to, Facebook Lives or other information that you can put out there, other content that needs to go out there. Articles are a big thing. Articles, make sure there's a path to your website with everything that you put. So if you're putting an article that's going to push people away from where your website is, make sure there's a link or something in there, or you use a company like Auto Alerts. It's going to allow you to take those articles and put them on a landing page that's going to have clickbacks to your website. That's the best way to do it. If you don't have the budget to do it, which is silly, but if you don't, you've got to figure out a way to get that back. So let's just talk about a Facebook Live and how you can take content from Facebook Live and you can distribute it across maybe 6 different, I forgot to put SoundCloud, the podcast and stuff in there too. So you do not need the fancy dancy Adobe Audition of what I'm using right now. You don't need that. You can just use your Facebook and start a live. And I added a little extra today. I've got a little microphone here that's picking me up a little bit better so you guys can hear me more on the Facebook Live. But start recording your Facebook Live video. Give it a good topic. Brad's coming in. Facebook Live from the blackjack table at the Hollywood Casino. If you're a part of these Facebook Lives, you're going to get the inside jokes. Brad bringing up Hollywood Casino. Totally different than the other casino I was talking about. But first, record your Facebook Live. Go as long as you want. Go as short as you want. Just make sure it's good content. Travis coming up with the beard. What's up, man? What's up, beard bro? Yes, beards are a good thing for content. But do a Facebook Live. Once you're done with the Facebook Live, once you've gone ahead and hit the finish, and then if you decide if you want to push it to Facebook, because then you can then decide if you want to push it to Facebook so people that didn't see the actual live can come back and watch the recording of it, which can be funny sometimes because some people don't realize they're watching a recording of your live and they're still trying to chat with you in real time, and it's very funny. But go ahead and send it to the web. When you're done, give it about 5-10 minutes for it to process. It's on the web, etc., etc. What you're able to do from there is you're able to go into your Facebook Live recorded video, and there's an option button for you to download the video that you just recorded. So you can't do this on your phone. You've got to do this from a desktop or a laptop. And go ahead and download that video from the web, from Facebook, your video, and download it to your desktop or wherever you want to do on your computer. From then, you've got a couple different things that you can do. Here's a couple different things. The first thing that I do, I'm going to go ahead and I record it on Adobe Audition. Now, if you don't have Adobe Audition, which just records the audio, don't worry. I'm going to tell you a easy way to rip the audio off your Facebook Live, because then you can use that audio to start a podcast. So you can take the audio and upload it to a podcast. I'm going to give you my secret where I go to, which is SoundCloud. So the next thing you do, I'm reading these at the same time, is pull the video off, and then take that video that you've just pulled off, this MP4 video, and have a YouTube account and upload that video that you just made Up to YouTube. Give it a good title, give it a good description, put some good keywords in there, and upload it to YouTube. Let it sit, let it upload to YouTube. Excuse me, the coffee's got me a little burpy today. But the next thing that you can do is once you uploaded it to YouTube, there are sites out there that if you type in pull audio from YouTube in Google, this is going to take you to a site. In fact, I'll give you one right now. It's the same one I use every single time if I'm not recording on Adobe Audition. So I just type in pull audio from YouTube. It's called youtube-mp3.org. And what that will do is you take the link of your YouTube, once it's uploaded, you put it into this converter. It's going to give you a download of just the audio. So take the audio, save that to your computer. Meanwhile, you've got it on YouTube now. You've got it on Facebook. Open up a SoundCloud account, soundcloud.com. I'm trying to download live. Can't get it to work. What am I looking for? You want to go into your profile on Facebook, your personal profile. You want to go to videos, excuse me, on your profile page, which may have to be a pull down account or a pull down option. That's from Ken on the more, excuse me, pull down videos. And then you want to go into my videos or your videos. I'm sorry, your videos. And then you'll be able to click on your video that you want to download. And once you click on it, you're going to look down in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. It's going to say options. Now on that, you're able to hit options and it's going to say download SD. And that's going to be downloading an MP4 of your video. Once you get that, you're going to upload it to YouTube. Once you get it uploaded to YouTube, then take the YouTube link and put it into the youtube-mp3.org. Pull the audio off. Open up an account at SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com. It's for audio. It's for a lot of music, things like that. This is also stuff if you're still into MySpace. You can upload this MP3 to MySpace, but mostly I don't do that. I go to SoundCloud and I'm going to upload the MP3 to SoundCloud, give it a description, give it a good, title. You can find an image at this time, so it's going to ask you the image to represent it. You can jump online, you can make your own, whatever it is. Take a picture. Kenny's in here. What's up, Kenny? We're going to talk about this when we're in Kentucky this week, about Facebook Lives and the process of what you can do with it afterwards. Now, once you upload it, I hope you're not getting sick, as a plane is a germ magnet. Just traveled, leave it again, eat some airborne. So, yeah, I travel a lot for work. I love it. And I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that I have not gotten, I tend not to get that too often, but I'm going to knock on wood. So once you get to SoundCloud, upload your MP3 information to SoundCloud. That way you can create basically a mini podcast for yourself. Now, there are other options once you get a SoundCloud account. You can pull what's called an RSS feed off that SoundCloud account. You can go to iTunes and you can create a podcast channel, and you can connect that RSS feed from your SoundCloud to iTunes. You have to have a certain kind of imagery that you're going to have to upload. It's got to be a certain size, et cetera, et cetera. But then you will have your podcast represented on iTunes. You can also go to Google Music or Google, or just type in, how do I set up a Google podcast, which is going to be through Android. And you can do the exact same thing there. Lot Party is on the SoundCloud with 64 automotive tips and interviews. Sorry, I had to throw that out. Hey, it's all good, Jason. Jason, what I would suggest is if you got somebody, go ahead and set up the thing that goes to, if you don't have your podcast going to iTunes or to Google, get that set up. It's very simple. It's very easy. You'll be up and running within 24 hours. So once from there, let's get back. That is taking care of the sound version of what you're going to do. Now that you've uploaded your video to to YouTube, now you've got a couple of different places that you can push because, yeah, there you go. Jason says it's on iTunes. But guys like me, Jason, I'm an Android guy. I got to get you on Android. Now you can, once you have the YouTube account set up, or once you have it to YouTube, it's going to give you an option that you can push it to different other platforms on the web. First things first, if you go look me up on Pinterest, I'm going to have a board that's going to say Facebook Lives, and I'm going to pin that video that's on my YouTube straight to Pinterest. It's going to have the image. I use a separate image I upload to YouTube so you see something different. Instead of my ugly mug, when you start watching the video, you see, stock image that I purchased from the web with my logo on it, et cetera, et cetera. But you're able to push it to Pinterest. I call it my Facebook Live video board. You're also able to push it to your LinkedIn account. Put a nice little description in there in this video that you just talked about, and it pushes to LinkedIn. It's going to go through your feed on LinkedIn. If you want to take the back end and some of the coding from LinkedIn, the embedded part, you can actually create your own article on LinkedIn and embed your video directly into that article. You can do that. It's a little bit more of a non-beginner type stance, but this just gets started with this first. And then finally, I have a separate Facebook page that I use for the Social Little Man. Nobody goes there. It's a ghost town I use it for, but I have to keep content on there. I got to make it, seem very fresh, very clean. It's always kept up, that kind of thing, because there's a few. But I do that. And in case I want to throw some money behind it too, to get some more clicks to it or get some more views on YouTube, then I do that. Very simple. You can do that all from YouTube. And when that's done, then you've got a video that you've made on Facebook Live that you're able to, more people popping in, looking in my window. Sorry, I got to turn this thing around one time so you can see everybody who pops in my door. So now I've given you a chance to create a Facebook Live, and it's not just a Facebook Live. It's not just a video that you're doing live on Facebook that everybody is going to see, that's going to log in, or they're going to talk to you, because at first nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. Give them some information, have some fun with it, and then continue it. And then you have a process now of how you can take that Facebook Live, pull it off the web, put it on your computer, upload it to YouTube. You can upload it to Vimeo too if you're into Vimeo. I even push mine to Reddit. I have a Reddit account and a subreddit, which is auto marketing, which I upload the videos from YouTube to Reddit. It's another place you can go with it. So tons of cool things that you can do with a Facebook Live. Can I suggest just start doing more Facebook Lives? I'd love to see your guys' faces. I'd love to see you guys talk. I love it. I'm sitting in an airport somewhere, or if I'm at the hotel or something, I'm able to pop it open. Instead of watching these dumb memes or anything like that, I can actually watch people that I know and I network with give me information that I might be into. And remember, they don't have to all be personal too. Or professional. They can also be personal. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take the description of what I do with a Facebook Live video, a process with that. I'm going to add it to this video description when I get done, so you guys can see that. Meanwhile, I'll be heading to Lexington, Kentucky today. I'm very excited because not only do I get to see a lot of industry folks that I get to network online. Kenny, I'm going to meet Kenny for the first time. It's really awesome. He's coming down from Bowling Green, Kentucky. He's going to be hanging out in Lexington this week a little bit, so I'm going to be able to sit down. We're going to be having a Facebook Live. So Kenny, get your best shirt out, man. You need a black one like this one. Let me know. We're going to be talking to Kenny about personal branding through social media, because he does a wonderful job when it comes to personal branding through social media. He's one of the best, hands down, in the automotive industry. And I'm telling you what, for those of you that are not in the auto industry, that are watching these and saying, oh my God, Joey, focuses on the auto industry more. I need a little bit more, in depth to my industry. Here's the thing. If car dealers are doing it and they are successful at it, anybody can do it, because you're talking to people that are going up an uphill climb. The view of a car dealer is not high. It is not high at all. It's been kind of compared to lawyers, to senators and representative government officials. But the thing is there are some diamonds in what we consider this rough. There are some amazing diamonds in this rough, and Kenny is one of them. And Kenny's going to talk about some of his best practices for those of you that are in the industry and outside the industry. And also we'll be talking about some other things, more one-to-one marketing, all this week live from Lexington, Kentucky. I can't say that. And I do believe that I'm going to have a fake sponsor all week, which is going to be Bourbon Barrel Ale beer. Yes, from Kentucky. The best beer out there, hands down. I'm just saying, I'm 42 years old. I can talk about alcoholic drinks and it not be faux pas. It is the most beautiful taste you've ever had in your entire life. And so I don't know if you can get it where you're at, but if you're in Kentucky, congratulations. But we'll be talking, and that will be our fake sponsor for the week. We'll be at the Kane Automotive Roundtable. It should be a good time. So thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate talking about content today, mostly about Facebook Live content, how you can take a Facebook Live and put it across multi-channels and create, from this, one more thing, from this, Bourbon Barrel Ale is the best. From this, you are creating search engine optimization. Jason Rice's Facebook Live and Auto Dealer Live the other day was legit. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks, Brad. I know Jason has some really good, and Jason, the Kansas City guy too. This is right down the highway here. It's where Jason's at. So how you can take a Facebook Live and you can put it on multi-channels not only creates more opportunities for people to see your content, but also creating some search engine optimization for what you're talking about, your name. Make sure you put your name in there in the titles and the keywords, etc., and have a good time with it, right? But remember, my last thing to tell you, do not say anything in a Facebook Live that you would not post on a billboard in the middle of Times Square. Pretend like your grandmother or grandfather, unless they're ultra, progressive and they're really into dirty talk and dirty talk, but talking, cussing, etc. Imagine if you had a grandma who is a hardcore Catholic that goes to church every day, who's best friends with the priest. Like, put that in your head. That's what you got to do. Like, I was a little nervous saying that Bourbon Barrel Ale was going to be fake sponsoring next week, but I'm a grown man. It's legal and it's delicious. Oh my goodness, is it delicious? Wow. I don't know. I'm only doing carry-on. I'd bring back enough for everybody, but I can't. Maybe they'll ship it. Be expensive. So my name is Joey Little. I'm the Social Little Man. I appreciate all of you for joining. By the way, first, before I go, Brad has a question. Joey, before you go, have you used YouTube Live? I have not gotten into YouTube Live yet. I do have a good following. That's something that I'm going to be discovering here in the fourth quarter of 2016, if not 2017. For those of you that don't know what I do when it goes to NADA, the big conference here in the automotive industry, which is like the Super Bowl of automotive retail, we will be doing a lot of live from NADA from the middle of the Auto Alert booth. I've got Brad, you were on it last year. Brad came up. There's a lot of interviewing going on. So it looks like we'll probably be doing a lot of Facebook Live. We'll be doing a lot of YouTube Live, I believe. We're going to be testing that. We're going to see how that goes. There's going to be a ton of content coming up. The Capture app for YouTube is awesome. I agree, Jason. I've read into that. It looks really well. But yeah, we got a lot of things that are coming. I try not to weigh down the team here too much with too many different mediums and stuff. I think that what we're doing now is really working. We're getting a lot of feedback. We're getting a lot of clicks to our website. We're driving a lot of traffic for people that want to know more information about, other things that we do. Jay, I'll look into the, Jason saying he doesn't know if it's available on Android phones. There's a ton of things that are out there. I mean, even we've been asked about Periscope. Why isn't Periscope being used more? I'd have to set up a couple different phones here. So we got to do a multi-channel kind of platform to see if we can work that all out. But definitely have a great time with these. I definitely like talking to you guys. I feel like I'm talking to myself and there's a little whisper going on. So what is this? Sally's putting a youtube.com little man in. No, Sally, that's the wrong link. It's, that's not it. That's an old one I've been trying to shut down for a while. It had to do with my photography and imaging company before I joined, the companies I work for, or the guys I work for now. This is back in the day. But that is, it's totally different, different one, but we'll check into it. So thanks a lot for joining me. Next time you see me, I will be in, see, people keep popping in when I'm trying to cut these off, but it's okay. Christy says, please start a YouTube for these. You're awesome and people can use this content for whatever they do, but this is so beneficial. I do have Christy. I'm going to put the link in there. I know Sally put a link in there, but that's the wrong link. But Christy, I'll make sure you get a link to the YouTube channel. You can watch these. They're pretty good. But the next time you see me, I will be in Bourbon Country, in Kentucky, leaving today. And next Facebook Live will be tomorrow, probably. Have a great day. If you are, we'll be talking about Thanksgiving too, and how you can market that a little bit more for your personal brand and also the business that you're representing. So I am Joey Little, the Social Little Man. You can reach me at facebook.com/Social Little Man. All the interwebs, just look up Social Little Man. Have a great day. Keep smiling.